Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, I'm going to be ranking every single brand new iconic card from worst to best here in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. And I'm going to be completely honest, I think this set as a whole is incredibly mid, to be completely honest. Like, incredibly mid. But yeah, I'm still gonna rank these cards from worst to best. We're gonna talk about which ones are worth potentially targeting, which ones are not worth targeting. I'll be honest though, the opals from today are just not special enough to be worth targeting at all. I feel like they are very much mixed in with the pink diamonds in terms of how good they really are, because there's a couple of good pink diamonds, especially in today's drop. And even 100 overall MJ, I mean, he's good, but he doesn't even exist, and he's got a couple flaws. So I'm not that excited about this drop as a whole today, and I think it does look pretty mediocre. But before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 25,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, tons of consistent daily MyTEAM content. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Start off with number 14. J Will is number 13, I should say, of these iconic cards. J Will is the worst, easily the worst of all the iconic cards. Is this Jason Williams card. I can't find him, but he's only 6'1". He's not a great slasher, he's not a great defender, and his release is also not elite. The pink diamonds do not have upgraded animations, and his animations are just simply not very good. So J Will, not all that great of a card across the board. He's very mediocre, and I think he's pretty easily the worst card from this iconic drop. Number 12 is going to be Mikal Bridges. Definitely a lot better than J Will, but still not an elite level release. And I mean, he's got good all around stats and badges, but his SIGs are also pretty mediocre. So mediocre animations across the board for him. Yes, he's a very good defender with great offensive shooting badges, but the animations do not match. They're not nearly as good. Very, very mediocre animations, and overall, I think that holds a card back a lot when your animations aren't very good, and that is the case with Mikal Bridges this year. So in my mind, I think it's pretty fair and pretty obvious to me to put him in the number 12 spot. Number 11 is going to be Jeff Green. He's not a bad looking pink diamond. He's a 6'8" at small forward, pretty complete all around card. This card is where it starts to get solid. He's not incredible shooting badge wise. Playmaking badges are pretty darn good though. Defensively, he's versatile. He's a 6'8" small forward. He's got a decent release. Now, SIGs are still not very good, and that does hold him back. None of his SIGs jump off the page used being very impressive at all. No great dribble style, drag back behind the back, escape, or anything like that. So overall, Uncle Jeff is like, he's not special. He's got good stats and badges, but his animations aren't great. I think his release is decent. I think 11 is a pretty fair spot to put him. Number 10, and this card, I'll be completely honest, I have not, as I'm recording this, because I'm recording this at 9:48 in the morning, before the cards have even come out. I have not used Hassan Whiteside's release yet, so this card could be higher on this list. If his release is really good, he is higher on this list. A great release makes this card very intriguing, because then you consider adding some shooting and playmaking badges to him, and he's a really interesting card. But if the release isn't very good, he's not that great, because he's an awesome defender, he's an awesome finisher. The question quite simply is, how is his release? SIGs are not great. Basic fade is pretty good though. I could work with that. The question is, at the end of the day, almost entirely, how is the jump shot? And so far the answer is, who freaking knows? Nobody has showcased his jump shot still in the comments, so I will do gameplay with the card at some point. We'll see how good he is, but I think for right now, this is where I'm going to put him, but I could see an argument for him being higher than this number 10 spot. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Number 9, I'm going with Jason Kidd, the first of the opals. The opals are so like meh this week. Like Jason Kidd, he's not an exceptional slasher by any means. 85 driving dunk is fine, but his finishing badges aren't extraordinary. His shooting badges are good, but I know his release isn't extraordinary either. Playmaking and defense is obviously phenomenal, but if you look at this card and you go, is he any better than a guy like Sidney Moncrief? And my answer is, I don't know. SIGs look about the same, maybe a little worse even. I don't know, not that great. I mean, Francis size or Thero's size up, Kyrie dribble style is nice, but Pro 2 fade is good. Moncrief has that too. Like, I'm looking at this card and I'm going, is he even better than Sidney Moncrief? The answer is maybe, maybe not. I don't know. He's fine, but he's not special at all. I don't know. I think he's a pretty fair, it's pretty fair, I think, to put him in this spot at number 9. Number 8, another opal, Klay Thompson. Not that good. Like, again, he's just mid. 6'6", not super fast. A good dunker, yes, but nothing like insanely OP. Shooting is obviously going to be phenomenal. Defensively, he's good. He's got a movable force run. Gold playmaking badges are solid. SIGs, I don't know. I don't love his SIGs. Steph dribble style is not that great. Pro escape, not awesome. Pro behind the back, probably pretty good. Harden's drag back, not great. Release on very quick is nice, but I don't love his fade either. Like, Meh. I look at this Clay and I go, he's only 6'6" shooting guard. I know he's not that fast. He's not insanely humongous threat as a slasher. I mean, he is a threat as a slasher, but not the same way as some of these other cards. So to me, it's like, I don't know. He's fine, but he's not special. I think, putting him at number 8 is pretty fair. Number 7, Franz Wagner. You could even argue him higher than this. 6'10" with a 7'1" wingspan at the shooting guard position is great size, great all-around stats and badges as well, especially for somebody with his type of size at the shooting guard position. Great shooter, 94 3-ball, great all-around shooting badges. Finishing badges are also phenomenal with a 90 driving dunk. And defensively, he will more than hold his own with half clamps, half glove, pretty good stats. And again, 6'10" at shooting guard. That is great, great size. He's not really going to be your lock, but he is a guy who has the size and versatility to guard a secondary or tertiary ball handler, even if it is somebody who is a bigger card, 6'10", 6'11" in the small forward position. Franz Wagner gives you that level of versatility, which is really nice. Not only that, his release is very nice. Normal fade isn't bad, and deep hook dribble style gives him a SIG that is a primary shot creating SIG as well. There's a lot to like about Franz Wagner, man. He's a really good looking card. 6'10" at the shooting guard position. He's a stud, and you can make the argument he's the best pink diamond, but I am not going to do that. Now, honestly, this card also maybe should even be below Franz, but I'm putting him at number 6, giving him the benefit of the doubt. Wilt Chamberlain. Here's the thing about Wilt. He's not that great of a shooter. Everything else with the card is awesome. There's no doubt about it. Obviously, he's one of the best defensive cards in the game, one of the best finishers in the game, obscenely fast, and even a great playmaker. But the shooting badges are not great. The release itself is not great. Even on very quick, I am fully aware Wilt's release is never very good in my team, and this year is not going to be any different. Also, why are his SIGs not changed? I'm shocked he doesn't have an upgraded dribble style, a different escape, like improved animations, but apparently these SIGs are pretty darn mediocre, and so his SIGs are also not incredible. Combine that with not being the most elite shooter in the world, and like, yes, he's one of the best interior cards in the game. Yes, he's insanely fast, elite statistically across the board. Is he that good, though? Honestly? No, probably not. Number 5, the last pink diamond, Danny Green. Why did 2K swoop the crap out of this card? I honestly don't know. Yes, I understand his finishing badges on gold and his playmaking badges on gold is not special. He also needs playmaking badges added. Doesn't even have handles for days, hyperdrive, that type of stuff. But shooting badges are awesome. Defensive badges are awesome, obviously. They're not insanely OD on the defensive end especially, but they're pretty darn good. His defensive stats are good. 85 driving dunk, 88 speed and excel, 97 3-ball. None of this stuff is bad. You could boost up with shoe a little bit to help even more. The thing that makes this card special is the fact that he's got D-Book, dribble style, Kimbo escape, and harden behind the back. He has 3 top tier, best of the best elite SIGs, and that makes his playmaking ability combined with having a very good release and amazing 3-and-D ability really intriguing, and I legitimately think makes him one of the best cards from today's drop, quite simply because of how good his animations are. If you know how to use this card SIGs wise, he can be a much larger threat on the offensive end of the court than almost any card from today's drop, simply because of the different animations that he has been given. This is a really good option at the shooting guard position, and I do believe putting him top 5 on today's cards is not a bad place to put him. Number 4, Penny Hardaway. More like Penny mid. I mean, number 4, he's good. Yes, he's got Trey escape. He's got MJ dribble style. Pro behind the back is probably good behind the back as well, but he's got his own release on quick, which means he's limited to the 300 regardless. Normal fade as well. His 3-hunting ability is not top tier. Everything else is top tier. Sure, he is a top point guard, no doubt. Stats are incredible. Badges across the board, very good. Very versatile, complete card, no doubt. But offensively, yes, he's good. Yes, he moves well. Yes, he's a great finisher. He's not an insane shooter, though. Even with great shooting badges, he'll be capable. But I don't think putting him, I mean, he's not next level insane. He's not OP. 4 is fair on this list, and he's certainly not an OP card. Number 3, shockingly, I think Brandon Ingram is one of the best opals from this drop. I know his animations, his release is not incredible, but like, it's good enough on very quick, especially defensively. He's not insane, I know, but he's 6'8" with a 7'3" wingspan at shooting guard. So kind of like Franz Wagner, he gives you a lot of size, big player build, that type of stuff. May not be the greatest defender on paper, but again, it wouldn't hurt to add a Hoff clamps and maybe 1 or 2 defensive badges to him to help him out. But 95 speed, 95 3-ball, 95 driving dunk at this level of size. D-Book dribble style, Kobe escape, harden behind the back gives him go-to SIGs, which is very nice. And then I don't know if Pro 3 leaner is good. That I don't know. But at least he moves well, and he has really good size to shooting guard position. But honestly, even there, like, I feel like you could make an argument to put Brandon Ingram at number 6 or number 7 on this list. I feel like everybody in this list between really everybody between like 1 and like 8 or 9 feels pretty close to interchangeable. And that is unbelievable to say, but that's kind of the truth with this drop. All these cards feel like they're all like the exact same tier. DeMarcus Cousins, I actually think is the best Opal. As surprising as that is. 6'10 with a 7'5 wingspan. That's elite size at power forward. I mean, that'll get the job done. Finishing batters are great. Shooting batters are great. And defensive batters are great. Not to mention the playmaking is pretty darn good. Can use some defensive badge adds on the perimeter. Sure. Add ankle braces, fast feet, pick dodger, and clamps, and you're chilling though. He's got everything else he needs. 90 speed, 92 3-ball, great dunker. Defensively, he's going to be good. Releases on very quick. MJ dribble style, decent escape. Pro behind the back has been changed as the step vet drag back also has, so they actually gave him legit animations. He's got a nice behind the back, good drag back. MJ dribble style, and a release on very quick. I actually think his versatility as an overall power forward might be the best of any of the Opals. And that's kind of crazy to say, but like none of these Opals jump off the page at me at all as being anything special. Yes, the best card in today's drop is probably this MJ, but even he is a disappointment. I know his stats across the board are 99. I understand his Hoff badges are basically perfect. I don't care that much. Yes, he has the best sigs in the game even. Kyrie dribble style, Francis size up, Kemba escape, probably Jamal Murray behind the back, and John Wall's drag back. The best sigs in the game, basically. I don't care. His release is not good. MJ dribble, MJ release, MJ upper, even on very quick is not good. It is going to hurt his fade. Yes, he will be an incredible shot creator, an amazing slasher, the best defensive wing in the game, the best defensive guard in the game, an overly incredible 6'6" point guard who just does everything incredibly well. Yes. That release is not great, and that prevents him from being too OP. Is he the best card for today's drop? Sure. Is he going to basically exist even? Pretty much no. And am I worried about having to deal with this card if I ever play against him? I mean, sure, maybe a little bit, but I'm not going to play against him consistently. And even if I do, I think I could stop him considering his release isn't that incredible. As a whole, this drop, it's not horrible, but it's certainly not great. A lot of mid-tier cards, but not a lot of top-tier cards. Definitely nothing worth ripping packs for today, in my personal opinion, is what I will say. But that is going to do it for today's video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.